Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Today is not our AI News Day, unfortunately, so you'll have to hold fire for that. Maybe tomorrow we'll be back on the news, but today is a Whisper update. Now, firstly, we have to say a huge apologies. We've had Christmas, we've had New Year. We're just getting back into it. All right, we're trying to sort of get the calls back going, but we have been behind the scenes working on a lot, and we obviously have a lot. But so today's a Whisper update video to share with you what we're working on with our on-device private AI. So Will, let's dive into it. We've got some really big innovations, a lot of technologies we've been working on. It hasn't been little tweaks here and there, which is why we haven't had an update video for a few weeks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So one of the key things we've been getting a lot of stuff prepared in the background for what is going to be the next stages of regular weekly releases again, because for those who don't know, we're trying to stick to weekly releases. We are, but there's been a lot of groundwork to get it to the next point where we can continue to do so. However, we do have an update to share, but very quickly, as Ben quickly referenced, before I go into that, if you don't know what Whisper is, all the links are in the description. It is a private on-device AI. It's if you picture ChatGPT or Google Gemini, it's exactly like that. However, it doesn't use frontier models. It uses a model that's downloaded directly to your phone. It doesn't require internet access, and it is 100% yours and private. You pay for it once and it is yours. It is our vision of how AI should be. We're starting right at the beginning of this technology, and we are building it to be better and better as this technology improves. We want to be pioneers of sovereign or self-sovereign AI. So that's a little description of it. There are other videos. Again, I will link them in the description so people can watch it if this is the first time you're seeing it. And yeah, without further ado, let me talk about the update. So let me share my screen. I've got my phone mirroring, hence why I have my regular webcam camera as my point of view today. And the biggest thing that we are shipping with an update that's currently pending for iOS is the ability to have a better model if you have a better phone. The issue with the previous version of Whisper is that it shipped with one model, a 1 billion parameter model. It was the smallest one that we could ship, and that was a problem because although that model was good for the size, you could only ever give somebody the worst model for the worst hardware, the best model for the worst hardware, sorry. So we can only cater for the worst phones using it. Whereas a lot of people have very capable phones, like the latest iPhone, for example, you can get a much stronger model. So now what we do when you next load up Whisper or you download it for the first time, you'll be told there's a model update. What that does is scan your system and it tells you what model you can have. And this is the next step to some more of an advanced user setup where a user can choose which model they want to download. So if you're a bit more of a power user, you can pick and change which model you have, but this is some of the infrastructure required to do it. But now, as you can see, hopefully in the video, I can now have the option of a 3 billion parameter model. It's more than it's triple the size of the original one, and that's because I have a more capable iPhone, which means I can have more capable intelligence. What I'll do is I'll quickly press download so you can see the screen. Everything else is as it was, and I'll press pause so it doesn't affect the stream. I already have a model downloaded, so I can carry on using this. And that is the big update. And as I said, it starts to move us towards this advanced use case where you as a user can pick and choose their models, choose what personality, style, model type you have, as well. If you don't want to do that, you just get the best model for your phone. So that's a really nice development. Ben, what are your thoughts on that? Obviously, you've seen this for the first time, and there is more to talk about, but I'll let you jump in and talk.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Will. I think it's again, I think for those who don't know, the amount of innovation that's had to go into this is it's technologies that have to be created from scratch. Again, just to reiterate the point, is when we released Whisper for the first time, we wanted to cater to as many people as possible, and the only way to do that is to have the smallest model possible. So we could, we don't know what phone every user has, so we've got to go, work on the premise that we've got to assume that everyone's got the worst phone possible, which gives the most people access to what we have. So we started from that premise, but now we're building upon it, and the intelligence from a 1 billion to a 3 billion is significant. And again, as these models become better, as we start exploring other models that we can use and optimize it, maybe bigger models for, even more powerful phones, again, it's just going to improve that experience for users. So I think it's one of those things that is not necessarily obvious as a feature, as a thing, other than you'll notice the interactions are better. So it's one of those foundational pieces of work that had to be done. And I think, we're not trying to, we've said it before, behind closed doors, haven't we, Will, where we want to do things right. We don't want to just ship crap and just get it out and, that'll do. We want to make sure we're building things properly and well. And so things take a little bit longer. We are a small team. But we want to do it right, so the experience and the product is as good as it possibly can be. Now we've also got some other big news in terms of what we're working on as well. Do you want to share that as well, Will?
Yeah, absolutely. So again, as you might have gathered, this is all foundational stuff to power the next phase of development. And one of the things hotly requested, for very obvious reasons, is an Android version. And I'm very proud to say that is done as well. We're currently in the submission process of the Android version of the app, because currently it's only on iOS. So that means that we'll be supporting both platforms with the app, and you'll be able to download it if you have an Android device now. No difference. It'll be great to have it. And of course, as soon as that is out there, it'll be on the website. We'll link it out on the Discord, link in the description here of future videos as well. There's not much more to say on it. It's taken a bit of work to get an Android version ready, but I'm pretty pleased to say that we're going to be supporting it now.
Absolutely. And to be honest, by the time this video comes out, it might already be out there. So
it might already be out there.
Check it out.
Absolutely. And the last piece of foundational work that we've done is, again, we are all in the process of finalizing. We're hoping to finalize it this week. Is that we are very much obviously a privacy company. We pioneer privacy, and one of the big things that we think helps that is through open sourcing our work, making it observable, making it community oriented, so people can contribute to what we are doing as well. Now,
and I think that just to jump in there, Will, just to quickly touch on that, I think the other big thing is it's about not having, is being transparent. It's one thing to have marketing spiel to say, we're private AI, we're on-device AI, self-sovereign AI, all that great marketing spiel. But the reality is, how do you prove it? Well, this is how you prove it. So open source. So yeah. So please, sorry, Will, I just jumped in there.
No, and I think it's a very, very valid point. And actually, I've seen comments on the version of the video that you publish. I've seen it on my own videos where people go, "Yeah, it's not really private though, is it?" They don't quite believe that this model gets downloaded to your phone and it's completely on your phone, contained. You can disconnect from the internet and use it. People don't quite believe that. And again, to be fair, you wouldn't know, would you? But that's why we want to open source it, so that you can go and verify these kind of things yourself, as well as contribute and join in the conversation. We want it to be a community-centric product. We want to build this right. We want to do the community justice as well. Anyway, we're open sourcing it. We're in the final stages of basically getting the code base ready, getting the contribution process up and running, getting our issues board up and running, and doing all of this sort of the legwork just to make sure that the repository, which will be released on GitHub, is ready for everybody to come in and see, join in, and contribute to. So again, not much more to say on that. It's coming this week. When it is out there, it will be linked everywhere so you can all see it. And that is the final bit of groundwork that we've been working on over the last few weeks, over the Christmas period and the beginning of January here.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like I said, it's been a lot of foundational
huge amount
stuff,
of foundational.
Hasn't it? But and these things, it'd be great if we could do it, half the time. But the reality is, it's foundational stuff. But it's going to really, I guess, give it that basis that we can build upon and be that, have that transparency and have that infrastructure and start building that community within the open source side to start contributing as well. So there's so many foundational elements to it that I guess it just took us a little bit longer than we were possibly hoping for. But equally, we do have a lot of, smaller developments that we have in the pipeline in terms of what little features that we want to push out and more obvious, I guess, features that the average user will see and feel and touch. So that they're important as well. So now we've got this foundational step almost over the line. we can start really working on the product and improving the experience. And we've got lots of interesting thoughts along that. And we'll continue to innovate in terms of the design and the feel, because I guess that's also one of the things that we want to really sort of focus on is being able to tailor the AI to your own tastes and preferences and needs, so to have that real unique experience. So yeah, so we're really excited about that. Anything else to add, Will?
No, I think that's it. There's a lot of foundational stuff, and it's all in preparation for this next set of improvements and legs that we're going to be doing in public as well, which I'm very excited to do. And yeah, thank you for bearing with us. I know a couple of people have been asking about what's happening and what we're working on, and this is it. I promise it's important work, because we want to do this right.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Well, listen, guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Feel free to say hi. If that's all you got to say, that's absolutely fine. It's all good. It all helps us with the algorithm. But as usual, don't forget to like, subscribe, do all those amazing things. We really do appreciate all your support 100%. In whatever way you can give it. So for now, we'll be back tomorrow with AI news and sharing our views. But until next time, we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
Cheers, guys.